Attitude Radio Podcast. Today is another beautiful day, and we have another topic for you today that we're going to be discussing with my co-host, Dylan Prim. Today, we have a topic that we title Abuse. When a marriage or a relationship become abused, is something we understand that has been going on out there, and we wish we can discuss this with you guys. Leave your comment below, because we would like to read from you guys. So, when is marriage or relationship become abused? I have some tests that I will actually read for you before we proceed. And like we always, we're going to be having some Bible tests to probably back whatever we're doing here. And I would like us to first read the book of First Peter chapter 3 verse 7, which says, "Likewise, husbands, live with your wives in an understanding way. Show honor to the woman as the weaker vessel, since they are heirs with you of the grace of life, so that your prayer may not be hindered." When you look at this Bible passage, right, it actually shows that when you treat your wife in a way that is not of God, your prayer may not be answered. So I think this should be an eye-opener for us guys. If you are married, according to this Bible, I'm not the one that write this. It is the word of God. And it says that your prayer may be hindered if you do not treat your wife well. I have another Bible text that I would like to read also, which is from the book of Colossians 3:19. It says, "Husbands, love your wife and do not be harsh with them." These are simple terms, which I believe the Bible actually make us understand that women are weaker vessels and we should treat them with care. But when you proceed and you read along with the Bible, you understand also that the part of which women also need to play in a marriage by, respect their husband and, be under their authority. But today, our topic is going to be abuse. When a marriage or relationship become abuse is what we want to focus on today. But thank goodness, God actually have a way of backing things up, and that's why I actually want us to see that Bible text. So, from the Dylan Prim, I have this that you need to understand that in this day, according to my findings, I realized that not all those that are in abusive relationship, actually, most of them, they may not be aware that they are in abusive relationship. Why some will be blaming themselves for the abuse they receive, thinking they are the cause of that abuse. So it is important for us to know that you are never to be blamed for being abused. You need to, speak out before it becomes something that is out of control. So, what do you think of abuse in relationship, in marriage or in a relationship?
What do I think of abuse in relationships? It can take many forms. On a Limprimp, I'm all about peaceful living in all aspects of life, and I usually try to break that down into physical, spiritual, social aspects of living life. I usually break it down into academics, financial, and I think abuse can also take those forms too.
Yeah,
So it depends on what we're talking about.
I know when it comes to you, you're always about human, living a peaceful life, right? Which I understand. Abuse can be in any form. When it comes to humanity, like in every area of our life, there's a way we can experience abuse. But in today's discussion, I'm going to nip it to marriage and those that are yet to be married that are still courting, right?
Okay, so that falls into the social aspect of living life.
Yes. So
And it has to do with relationships, basically, the social aspect.
yes, and we need to understand that in this day, most people kind of internalize abuse thinking that, you know what, probably, and I know why most people do that. I may not be 100% correct that probably maybe they have been warned of that relationship in the first place. And now that they are experiencing abuse, they try to internalize it because of shame or whatever. And I don't think anybody should be shameful of that. You made mistake, fine. You marry someone you're not supposed to marry, probably they warn you against it, fine. But should you now say that just because I was told not to marry this person in the first place, now I have to, whatever I'm going through here, I want to deal with it on my own. Probably you think you're a superwoman or superman, you may not be able to deal with it on your own.
So on this show, I always like to give the perspective of the African side and the American side, because we are both Africans, so we have two views. So basically, the African part is where, you know, there's not a lot of infrastructures. There's not a lot of programs that are available for people that are abused. I want to say back home, and sometimes a lot of people will feel that, oh, what will people say? They've warned me about this thing. I went ahead. So whatever I'm facing there, I'm on my own, basically. So that's the African part that I think might be part of what is causing a lot of people to stay in relationships that are kind of doomed. But thank God that we are having situations where now people are taking advantage of social media, and they are speaking out like, this is what I'm going through in this marriage. You know, they don't even keep it to themselves anymore now. Now people are speaking up like, this is what's going through, this is what I'm going through. But because it's still that African space, a lot of people will still ignorantly tell people to go back to an abusive relationship where they are seeing physical signs of actually.
Where do you think abuse. That is actually predominantly,
I don't know. I don't
like when, if probably, because I know most of these people that will push you back to abusive relationship, they will be your parent.
Oh yeah. Like parents, friends, everybody, parents, friends, and your work, your church.
It is even worse when the husband is being, like if if there's something they are benefiting from the husband, or probably the family depend on the man, and now you are kind of the the price, and that's really bad. And this is more or less like probably if they're trying to solidify a friendship in family. And when they are giving son and daughter in marriage, and they want to keep you in that marriage, probably for business purpose, for deal purpose, or whatever it is, or probably from a poor family, if they are trying to see that, okay, you know what, this is our lottery, you marry this man, we make money.
Another main foundational reason is maybe your age. You are of a marriageable age, you should be in your husband's house. So now you're in your husband's house, now you want to come out of your husband's house, that is frowned upon. Part of culture.
Culture?
Yeah, cultural reasons too. They will say, Moshu.
Oh.
Like you coming out of your husband. That one is like the highest order of shame back in Africa. So
you mean that's
part of it too.
What you're saying is some people look at it culturally that it is a taboo for you to marry now. Married, now you want to demarry.
Now you want to come out. Demarry.
Yeah, you want to demarry. So
you want to unmarry yourself?
Yeah. Honestly, I love this topic, and you know why I really want to push more effort into this is because of this, what you just said, a social norm that you have to be married.
Exactly.
And
God forbid you are 35.
And now they want to stigmatize you if you try to fight your way out of that marriage. Like, you know what? I'm done with this marriage. It's not going to happen again. I think you're right. Most people will be like, what will people say?
Where will I start from?
So
where will you start from?
And if you end up dead, I want to see what will people say if you end up die in that relationship. So I want us to see...
and this is physical abuse now.
Yeah, now I want us to see the signs that you need to look for.
To come out?
Because now, this is now in two parts, right? If you are yet to be married, it's still okay. It's something you can get out. But if you are married also, fine, but you can still... But I know it's just in two parts now. if you're married or if you're yet to be married. But these are the things you want to look in your partner. Something like a red flags you want to look for if you are with abusive partner. And the first I have is that if your husband is controlling and possessive behaviors, probably if they check on you all the time to see where you are, what you are doing, who you are with, they try
How
to.
long you stayed out for?
Yes. If you're still cutting right, look for those patterns. And if he keeps checking on you, or he or she keeps checking on you, want to know you are with where you are.
Lack
And
of trust.
if that pattern is consistent, then probably it's going to be an abusive partner. Because when you see that repetition now, occurrence
give
all
you
the
body
time, yeah,
like this,
like, you know what,
if I-
where are you at, things like that. Or if they try to control where you go, who you see, and they get angry if you don't do what they want you to do. That could be a sign that you are with someone that is abusive, unless,
someone that can graduate
unless if that person
into an abusive
is trying
relationship.
to, if it is now someone can be like, I don't want you to go to this place. If it's going to be about security concern, safety issue, fine, I understand that, and I
they
don't want
have-
people. I don't want people to confuse that if someone may be looking after for you for real, but it's different from someone trying to control your life, tell you where you can go, where you cannot go.
Someone that has narcissistic behaviors. They don't care about how you feel.
Yeah,
All they care about is how they feel.
or someone who will tell you what you can wear, what you cannot wear, where you go, where you cannot go. Those are the signs you want to look for. Number 2 will be that if your partner, your husband, your wife is being unreasonably jealous, that could be an abuse.
They are insecure.
If they under this, I have that if they accuse you of being unfaithful all the time, insecurity, just like you said, if they isolate you from your family member, that could be a big deal, because those people that are abusive, they want to do it in a way that people will not see they are abusing you.
They want you to be alone.
Yeah, and they try to control. They check on your privacy, probably your personal phone, your bag, your wallet. They want to see where you're coming from. Most will go to the extreme of sniffing your body. They'll be looking for, unlost.
And most
scent.
times when someone starts doing that, they are the ones actually cheating.
Yes,
They are the ones
exactly.
actually doing the
You get it. So
inconceivable things. And then they will now be transferring their
Yeah.
suspicion onto you.
So they check your privacy, your personal phone wallet, they sniff your body for unfamiliar scent. And those are the people you really want to understand that, no, this is extreme. This is no more love, all right? This can lead to abuse, because
This can lead to physical abuse
yes,
or other forms of abuse. Because it can
And-
lead to other forms of abuse with the
Yes.
financial,
yeah.
cut you off, things like that.
So these are the people, when you notice that and you think maybe, it's one of those things, trust me, it can go on like that to the point that you will realize that, oh my God, this is a big mistake for
You're
me.
walking on eggshells.
Yeah.
Anything you say can get them angry. You have to.
Then another number 3 that I have is that they will put you down, they water you down, they try to demean you. They put you down, probably in public or in private area. They attack your intelligence. They think they make you feel less of human being, and they constantly compare you to other people unfavorably in a negative way. Oh, you are not good like so person. You are not like so person.
Why can't you be like-
why can't you be like that person? Why can't you? They kind of put you down. They blame you for all the problem in their relationship. If there's a lack of money, they blame you for that. If there's lack of whatever, they blame you, and they are violent, outburst all the time. Every little thing, they come at you really hard. Those are the
I
things you want
remember
to look
one
for.
guy. I remember one guy that we were just talking. We were just friends, and it's like, I just pray that God will help me with my spirit of anger. And he said, anytime I get angry, I just punch the wall.
Boom.
Oh, I have too many holes in my walls. I was like, red flag.
That's a red flag.
The way we talked kind of minimized and kind of died down after that.
that's a red
Because
flag. That's a red flag right
from
there.
Pastor K's teaching, he said next time there will not be a war.
Yes,
It will
it's
be
going to
you.
be you. And they make you feel they are doing you a favor by being with you, and they make you understand that, if you leave me, you're not gonna
Nobody-
get, nobody wants
So this
you.
is why
you are
it's
this, you are
very
that.
important for a woman, because I mean, I know a lot of guys get abused, whatever, but I
Yes, abuse.
check the
abu-
percentage of men being abused compared to women.
The abuse I'm talking is for both guys, for men and women. It's not. I'm not directing mine to a lady.
How many percent of women compared to men are being abused?
There's thousands of husbands that have been abused every day.
Okay.
The only reason you don't get to heard of it is that
They don't
a guy
talk
will
about
be
it.
like, oh my, I mean, it's unheard of for me to tell my wife is abusing me. It's going to look like my wife is beating me.
Let's see. Are women abused more than men? More women, 23% than men, have been assaulted at least once in their lifetime. Okay, that's another one. Domestic violence against men. Let's see.
So are you saying men are not being abused?
I did not say that. I just said let's check. I said women are being abused, but maybe because of men don't want to talk about it because of their ego or whatever. Most cases, women are being abused. You just said it, 1 in 3, 1 in 4. So what percentage of abusers are male? 90%. Look at this. The large majority of the defendants are men. They are the ones usually doing the abuse, while the women are the victims. And the majority of the victims are recorded as females. Look at this, 77% compared with 16% of men. So
I'm not saying that women are not being abused or men. I just want you to understand that men also are being abused. That's what I'm saying.
I was actually going to say something regarding, I can't remember what I was saying now because of that. I was just going to say that men are also being abused.
But you say the percentage is really low. That's what I don't understand.
Because men are usually the abusers.
It's because it's very easy for ladies to come out and say, well, this is going on. It's kind of hard for a guy to say my wife abused me, regardless of the form of abuse.
Someone came out and Terry Crews came out and said he was abused.
So
he was abused.
Another one I actually want us to understand is
abused. I can't remember what we were talking about that I brought that up, but I can't remember.
Okay, maybe you kind of catch up with it later. So threat. Someone that is going to be abusive, they use threat. They threat you.
They threaten you?
Threatening. So deliberately they break things that you value. When you guys are in argument, something like that, they break your valuable things.
Next time, there will not be valuable things.
So they threaten to use violence against you or your loved one. Probably, if you have pets, they put that anger on your pet. So if you experience that, that's a big abuse. And I don't think you want to be in such a relationship. Then, now it move on to physical and sexual abuse. They push, shove, hit or grab you. They force or trick you into having sex or doing things you don't want to do. They make you do something you don't want to do. They trick you, they pet you, and once they get what they want,
they're back to the same
they're back to their same self. But you need to understand one thing, that when you have someone that is trying to prevent you from a family member or those that do check on you frequently, that can be a loose end for them. And they prevent you from seeing them.
Yeah.
And they actually, have confrontation with such people that this is my wife or this is my husband. I don't want you here, because they build this person, this is the person that are like checking you on you frequently. They want you to cut tie with such people. So when you have someone that is doing that, that is a big form of abuse.
They go to doctor appointments with you, so you will not say
everywhere you go. They
will be there.
Yeah, they will be there. To some ladies or to some guys, they may see that to be,
he loves me so much.
But you should not confuse love with someone that is being abusive or possessive, something like that. So just be careful if you have someone like that. Now, I want us to talk about the victim. What normally goes on their head, and why they are not willing or
to live
an abusive relationship.
So usually, I mean, I'm like a movie expert. I've seen a lot of movies about a whole lot of topics, and from my experience, so as the abused, there's so many reasons why some people stay in an abusive relationship. First, it could be because of your experience when you were growing up. Something might have happened, so now you're like confused. Maybe he loves me. Maybe this is how he expresses his love, by slapping me. Black and blue, really?
Do you know we have couple that normally after they beat each other, flat and blue, now they make love. What do you call that?
They are both mentally not okay. But yeah, there are people that have probably gone through abuse themselves, or they have experienced someone going through abuse, or husband and maybe their mom, their dad, and they feel like this is because they say positive attracts positive and negative attracts negative. They've been growing up seeing all these things. That's why all these people that go through that eventually find themselves in an abusive relationship, they've probably seen it somewhere, and they are not like attracted to those kind of people. They feel like those are the only kind of guys that they can go out with.
Just like those ladies that would be like, I like to.
I don't know why I keep going with the bad guy. I don't like why I keep going with the broken guys.
Group of ladies that were being like, I don't know why I like bad guys. Good guys do come to me, wear dress, things like that. I'm not attracted to them, but when someone has a tattoo, things like that,
right.
Those are the one I'm attracted to.
It's all this programming that they tell us, just like Disney. They have been programmed to kind of go with those kind of things. That's why when they see tattoo, their head goes up,
Wow.
So it's how they've grown up, their surrounding, their environment, and all this thing is part of it. Then it could be because you went and married someone that is above your pay grade, so now you are attracted. And it's not only poor people that are abused. Rich people can be abused too, because you are from one low income class, you went and married one high expensive guy.
This just make me remind something now. It just remind me of something. Do you think someone, a rich guy, and an older man, or probably someone that is really, okay, let me put it this way. Let's say a lady in 2025 and a guy in his 2025. Now, this is just one scenario now. They were married to someone that is really older than them. Probably a guy of 2025 is married to a woman of 45, 50. You understand? Vice versa, a man of 55, 60 years old is married to a lady of 20, 25. Can the relationship be abused by the older partner?
Oh, because of the age?
Because of the age?
Yeah,
because most people do marry down like that just because they want to be in control. Yes, they want to use the age difference to control the marriage. And the other scenario is that a wealthy person, a wealthy partner, go for someone probably uneducated, and they want to play on their intelligence by controlling the marriage.
Definitely, yeah.
Is that not a form of abuse? Because that's abuse in that relationship. If you tell me you marry someone that is not
all, there might be a percentage.
I'm not saying not all. Some. Some do that. Some people do that in order to control the marriage. They want to be in control, be in charge. And they think if I marry someone that is not financially stable, just like the scenario with...
They will be at my mercy.
Yeah,
anything I tell them they have to do.
Just like that of Africa that we just talked now, that probably in Africa, most family marry their daughter to rich family for financial benefit.
Of course.
And when the daughter is going through abuse, they try to manage it and say, yes.
Oh, look at the movie we saw now. The new movie that just came out, the sisters, blood sisters or something.
Yes.
That's exactly what happened.
So when you have that situation, what do you think a lady like that can do?
What can a lady do?
Yes, because now this is you against your family and against your husband. Because now when your husband is being abusive and you have the backing of your family, that's good. But now if your husband have the backing of the family, just because they are getting financial benefit, how do you get to such situation? Because now it's you against everybody. because they're using you now as the price because you are in that relationship for what they will get.
First
And
of
they
all,
believe
I'll
you
try
leaving
my-
that relationship is
They-
going to be
So first of all, I'll be like, you guys are not, you don't have my best interest. I'll disappear.
okay.
Pack my bags and run. Actually, before you even enter
And
that's
become
what
a Lone
happened-
Ranger, right?
That's what happened with the blood sisters. You're getting married, you're getting slapped on your wedding day. For what? Your parents are like, yes, my daughter, you have to marry him, even though he slapped you. He loves you, that's why he's slapping you.
Honestly,
Pack your bags
I
and
understand
run
we talk
because
about
you will die.
our last episode. I know we talk about the role of taking care of our parents in their old age. And now that you are saying this, that could be a big issue. But I still think I'll stick
Run
with
for
my
your
point.
life.
I'll still stick with my point that regardless of what our parents did, we should take care of them when they are old. But now back to what we're saying.
I know. I said there are
such
some
happen-
cases
yeah.
where the parents, the children are like, you're on your own for what
Yeah.
you did to me.
So now I have this to my listener and those that are in abusive relationship. This what I think is going on in the head of most of these people that have been abused. They believe that my partner is not that violent at all time.
They
They love me.
and they think they are the cause for real. They
Yes.
think they are the
They also believe that my partner will get better. They didn't mean to hurt me. It's going to get better. It's going to change because of love or something like that. My partner will get better. Then
some women think they can fix guys.
fix the
Pastor K
situation.
always talks. You know what? We should just invite Pastor K to come and talk. Honestly,
Number three is that they believe that maybe it is my fault. I'm the cause of this abuse. Maybe there's something I'm doing that made my husband or my wife to abuse me. They try to take the blame for the abuse.
I was going to say something with the previous. What was the previous point?
The previous one is that they think things is going to get better. My husband didn't mean to hurt me. He loves me.
Things will get better. So I was saying, Pastor K is a marriage counselor. That's why it keeps coming to my mind. And from his teaching, you will say women are natural fixers. So there are women
Thinking they can fix guy.
there are women that navigate to guys that are in trouble and they think they can fix them. And then they get fixed.
So another thing that make lady want to stay in abusive relationship or marriage is because they are scared.
Or they have kids.
Some of them that were not in the Western world. That's in
Are we
Africa.
talking about no, here.
That's in Africa.
People stay here for kids too.
Because I know
People stay here for kids too.
that probably most in polygamous house, you see all different kind of things that is going on. And those wives are still going to hang on. And when you ask them, why are you here? They'll be like, oh, I'm doing it for my children, it's for my kids.
They do it here too.
Yeah,
for
that
kids.
I'm in this relationship because
Yeah.
I was like, okay, maybe
Divorce is very easy to do here. So you can say, I'm taking my kids, you can
Now-
divorce, but
another thing that I think lady did in staying in a relationship is because they believe where he need help or she need help. And if I leave now, I'm afraid what will happen to him or her. If I leave, I still want to stay and fix him or her. And until you end up getting fixed, like you said. So they also, the fear of unknown is another thing.
Fear
If
of
I
unknown,
leave him,
yeah.
is he going to hurt me? What's he going to do to me? Those are the things that goes
gone, you're
on
gone.
in the mind of people that have been abused. Why they're saying that?
And from the recent
Abusive,
teaching that we've
relationship.
heard, we've been told that it's better to leave. You can't fix someone that needs help by being in that situation.
Yes, you can fix them from outside.
Get out of the situation first, then they can get the help that they need. But while you are in their space,
You can't do anything.
You can't fix. You're the one that's just going to be the punching bag. So punching bag needs to come out. Then you get your help. Then he can get the help.
I have something I actually want to ask you again. What do you think? Do you think, because now, probably in the Western world here, when they marry, most of the time, it's just going to be me and my husband. Most family only get involved when they are doing wedding. After wedding, they don't want to see anybody again. Family and friends are gone in most cases. But do you think family, parents, friends, and family should get involved
How?
in abusive when someone is being abused in relationship?
The reason why you have a woman, we already talked about it in the beginning. You are supposed to be the protector, the provider, the all these things. So that's what they gave. If you came and said, master, I would like to have a punching bag, then we'll buy punching bag for you.
Understand one thing.
If we are giving you a whole human being and you now turn them into a punching bag, I think that is the contract we can repeat.
Now, let's understand
you have
one thing.
involved me.
Because
I'm not supposed to be involved.
Some victims like to internalize abuse. Just like we said earlier, that because of shame or whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
Because now I believe most people will see abuse and they will call the victim and ask them what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And they will deny and let you know everything is working fine.
Because sometimes they are
how
in
do you
denial.
help people like that when they deny the abuse?
There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can
But
do.
for me, I have different opinion though.
There is absolutely nothing you can do until
Okay.
the person says enough for them. And actually, I've seen
But
it.
before enough is enough, what about if it leads to die in the abuse?
Unfortunately, there was a movie I saw, and they said these women keep going back. They might have children. They might have all these things. They come
keep going
out,
back to
They go to shelter. He said
and
sometimes
they'll go back to the
they
abuser.
go back on average 5 times before they themselves say enough is enough.
Now let's see the role I think parents
it's
and
like
family
they are
can
still
play.
in denial until you accept that, you know what, this problem is not going to get better.
But for me, I have different opinion because I would say that parents, family, and friends should step in.
I didn't say they shouldn't step in. I already said, if we gave you our daughter to take care of and she's coming to me with bruises as a father or as a
When
mother.
they come with you with bruises,
Yeah.
and they lie to your face that, oh, I hit my head in the last
She's mentally
whatever.
not okay.
I, as a parent, immediately, I'm going to call the husband or the wife, and I'm going to talk to her or him one-on-one. This is what I noticed with your wife. But some parents will want to sit back and say, well, maybe it's none of... Don't say, let me read my text.
So that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
It's none of your business until she starts coming to
Talking.
you
But
with...
when she refuses to talk to you, when she refuses to speak out, what do
I
you
don't
do?
care if she's refusing when I'm seeing bruises on her face.
Okay,
Or
you
you
are,
don't
'cause
have,
I'm
you
going to
asking her for
confront the
money, she's
husband.
saying my husband has my account. Then it's my business now.
So, parents and family should step in. Should they notice any form of abuse, even if it is not convenient, you cannot be too hasty or suspicious of abuse, because many abused victims may be too afraid to speak out. Delay is dangerous and can be too late if you fail to step in on your first notice. If
Simple.
you notice immediately, don't even second guess yourself.
Simple.
Call the victim, ask the victim if he or she is lying, call the partner, talk to the partner, and try to settle things out. And if this continue, involve
Police.
police authority, because most abuse victims always try to defend their abuser.
That's what I'm saying. So they
That
are
is
already,
a big
why are they
problem.
defending? They are defending because something is not right up here. They can't think anymore because now they have to be making sure everything they are doing is according to what the man is doing, because he has gotten to that point. I've seen I keep talking about movies, but what is the best explanation to, take care of yourself mentally? I've seen a situation where, and these narcissists, these
I get it.
narcissistic people, they're not going to go for someone that is independent and knows how to talk, and
They look for
the
tongue-tied
quiet,
one.
sheep.
Yeah.
That's the one they
you
get.
it.
So of course the quiet sheep is going to do everything the wolf say he should do. But until the sheep knows that this wolf is going to kill me, I need to woof up, level up. You gotta level up. Or you're going to
mentioned
die.
something that I think we should talk about.
You know what they do?
If your
they
partner-
brainwash you
if
to
your-
the point that you will look at yourself in the mirror and you'll be
And you
saying,
think you are the one
is
that
this
is
me?
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
now
it's mental.
let's talk about financial abuse. Because I think just like you just mentioned it briefly, but I want us to talk about it. If your partner, Because if your partner is trying to control your finances, not because they're trying to save for anything, but they want to be in control of the money you make, and they want to spend it the way they like.
Financial abuse.
That's abuse, because this is going on in different places, that you see a guy or a lady taking charge of their finances, blowing money the way they like, and when there's no more money, the problem will start. Let me give you an example. Let's say now between me and you, when you have money, I help you to spend the money. When there's no more money, it's going to be fight. But when you have money, I become your friend again.
Simple.
I blow up the money, and when the money is gone, we start fighting again.
Yeah.
Could that be financial abuse?
Conditional financial abuse.
Which means he or she only loves you when you have something to spend.
Yeah.
When it's gone, that's it. And if you are a lady or if you are a guy, if you are experiencing this, I think you should, think twice again and say, just be smart. And don't think
you have to be smart.
the only way I can please my husband or the only way I can please my wife
is to give him all the money.
Yeah, let him or her have access to my account.
That means
or things like that.
He's becoming a pimp.
Yeah, that means you are buying. It's like you are paying for being married. If you are experiencing that, or if a guy will tell you, or if a lady will tell you that if you can't let me have access to your account, if you can't give me access to your account, then you don't love me. This relationship can't hold if you won't let me get hold of your account.
Americans will say, "Boy, bye."
Yeah, so those are the things I would like you to look into if you are,
like I said,
experiencing this kind of form of abuse. Because don't think if I give my husband or my wife more money, it's going to love me more. No, it's not going to love you more. If you love you, it should be unconditional. But then they must have access to your credit card, they must have access to your bank card, everything. Those are abuse, okay? Those are abuse. I don't see that to be love, but abuse.
I have a question.
Yeah.
To that. Now, see, I love going back to the foundation of why things happen. Why is this other person saying, "Oh, give me your money, give me your money"? That person might also have experienced some form of, who knows, back when he's younger, for him to be thinking
that your money has to be my money.
Your money.
I mean, I understand that we work together as one, but do not, more or less like now, you make your money and I tell you, just like you like something you want to buy, not that you are not financially literate, but I don't want you to get that thing. But I can take the money to do whatever I like for myself. That's abuse.
So
if you can't support your parent or anything, if you're trying to support your parent and I'm not happy with it, that's abuse. If I'm using that money to support my parent, why I will not allow you to do the same thing, that's abuse.
Yeah,
That's
I understand what
abuse.
you're saying. I'm just saying that, why is this person doing it in the first place? So
I don't know, for whatever reason he's doing it. Anybody,
the abuser,
no. Let's go to the demand and supply. Anybody can demand that kind of thing. You will be the one to stand your ground. That it's not going to happen.
But then physical abuse will start. So like I was saying,
when physical abuse starts, because I always say something, and there's this judge that says that.
Lintola?
No. She said, my mother told me that do not allow a man to tell you, I don't want you the second time.
Lintola.
When he say, I don't love you anymore,
I'm done.
Just take it like that. Don't wait for him to tell you, I told you I don't love you. Just give just one chance. And for me, physical abuse, when it comes to beating, if I'm a woman, you only have one chance with me. Yes, because I would believe the first beating is a mistake. The second one is not going to sit well with me. Like I said, it's in a marriage, right? It's both way, right? But if I'm a woman married to a man, I will take the first hit as a big mistake, an accident that happened. The second one, I will not allow it to happen. Because the moment you raise your hand, even if you just raise it like this, you don't touch me, I'm leaving.
So
I'm leaving. If you love me enough, you will care for me as according to this Bible passage.
Is it possible that the abuser doesn't even know what they're doing?
Then, honestly speaking,
it's mental.
Don't tell me
All these things is mental.
Some may be mental.
It starts from somewhere,
Some
and it becomes
may be
a mental
mental.
thing. They
And
don't even know
as
that
a
they are.
lady-
They don't even know that they are wrong.
Some may be mental, but as a lady and as a guy, that is the main reason for you to know where you pick your man or your woman.
Exactly. That's why.
You don't just pick people and marry
don't
them the
pick
following
anybody.
day.
Yeah.
If someone is mentally derailed, you will understand within the period of you doing your courtship, right?
So the marriage counselor that I listened to.
And that's why it's very important to marry someone that fears God. Do not just marry anybody.
Anybody.
Whoever fears God,
Whoever
will
fears
treat
God,
you
can someone that
very
doesn't
well.
fear God marry someone that
And that's why you don't marry someone that don't, like I said.
you have to fear God
Yeah.
so that you can marry someone that fears God as well. So that way all these things can be avoided. Now the thing is, like I said, these abusers also have mental issues that they need to figure out. I'm calling it mental because it's not normal for you to say, okay, you're making your money, you can't use it to buy this, but I'll take that same money, your money, and use it to do whatever I want. That's what we're talking about, financial abuse. No. But now the thing is, if you find yourself in this kind of relationship, you have to be smart with your money. Your passcode, you don't give it to anybody. It's your passcode. How should it get into the hands of that person? You might get it because of beating. Or he will tell you, if you don't give it to me, I don't love you and you can get out of the house. Boy, pack your things and leave.
Unless if it
you are
is
married-
two ways. Unless if it
How
is
is it
two ways. Like
How is it two ways?
just like he or she is doing to you, you are able to do that back to him. Fine.
How are you able to do
like,
that back
okay,
to him?
Just like if I give you access to my bank card and in return you can't do that for me, I don't see
There's
it.
no trust.
Yeah, that's not trust.
Yeah.
If you ask me, in this marriage, I have to have access to your bank account, everything,
But I
and
can't
I
have-
allow you, but you can't have access to mine. That's not good. If you will do the same for me, you give me access to yours, like I gave you access to mine, I'll see that, okay, it's both ways. But now, if yours is always empty, and you keep empty mine too, then I need to sit down and back up.
Change the password. Why did you change the password? And the thing is, you just have to be smart with how you do things because, and this is why it's very important, like you said, to marry someone that's God-fearing. You marry someone that you can talk to and you can come together and make
Yes.
decisions together. Because like the marriage counselor said, he's like, if anything happens to you, the first person they're gonna go for is your partner because
Yeah.
you are
You're
together.
right.
You
You're
you
together.
should know everything about each other, and that's why you married each other. So I don't know if you guys are if you are in a relationship, your money should be your money. Not why should someone that's not your husband having access to your account. So this is for married people. Now the thing is, you can be smart. There are some people that all they know how to do is spend. If they hear you have $5, they want to take it and spend it.
yeah.
They want to help you spend it.
Yeah.
If they hear you have $10, then don't tell them you have money. Tell you have $10, tell them I have one. So they can spend the one, fine. But I know I still have $9.
But honestly, if it's going to come to that level, I'm not going to marry such man or such woman because
Unfortunately, there are
I
people
want
in
to
that
be
kind of
transparent.
relationship already. Yes, you want
marriage,
to be
you have to be transparent.
No.
I don't want to have $10.
No.
I don't want to be in a situation with a partner that we have $10 and I will have to lie to that partner. I have $5. So
Because,
I would rather not marry such partner than to be lying.
but now
that
you
I
have married
$5.
the partner. What do you do? You have married the partner. What do you do? This is why I said, even though I'm married, how many years
I will
learning,
suggest
I'm
for
still learning
such
a
people
lot from
to-
this marriage counselor because
I will
there are
suggest
so
they
many
go
ways
for
you can do
counseling
it.
about
'Cause
money
you cannot be
management.
transparent. Yes, you can until that person goes for marriage counseling. I
will ask them to go for financial
management
counseling. Yeah.
or anger management and all this.
Not even anger. If you spend money recklessly,
No,
you
I'm saying
can
if that
ruin the
person
future of that
has-
family.
If that person has anger management, then
Because now it's not
while
going to
you are
affect you alone.
While you are doing all that, secure your purse
Yes, but
until
at the
you
same
now
time,
see changes.
yes, because if someone is spending recklessly, it's messing with the future of that family.
Exactly.
So I will
And
advise.
some people. That's why I said this thing is mental.
Yeah.
It's not like someone just wake up in the middle of the day and then say, "Let me waste all my wife's money."
Yes.
It's mental. There's something going on with that person that needs to be fixed, and until it's fixed, I'm securing my pocket. Unfortunately, while securing your pocket, there might be added social abuse. There might be added physical abuse.
Yeah, because once they don't have access to your money again,
The punches will come.
it will like trigger their anger.
Exactly.
The resentment is going to
And
be
that's
there.
why you have to take yourself out of that situation. Let them get themselves right.
Immediately, you will realize that the hand that you'll be touching him that feel like or pushing, is going to turn to like you have, like fire in your hand. Yeah. So you should be aware of that. That's going to come with it until you see changes. I'll say you should be smart with your
save
finances.
Money, and they want to make sure you don't have any money. So make sure you save money because they will make sure you don't have any money actually. Because now they have access to it. If there's any way you can save, this is what people do
one
to
thing
get out of
I just realized now that most people that does that is that they make sure once you don't have anything,
you depend on them.
Yeah. And that is where you see threatening because they make sure you have nothing.
It's psychology.
If you have nothing, they take everything out of your account, and that is when
let me see what you're gonna do now.
Yes.
Yeah. So, where you're gonna go? Where you're gonna go?
Like I said, ladies, guys, God designed marriage. I know you may not understand that, but marriage is what God instituted, and God has given us the guidelines of how marriage should be from men or woman. Okay, so let's say like that. And this is where I would like us to end it today. In conclusion, my conclusion will be that if you're in an abusive relationship, please never try to defend your abuser or blame yourself for the abuse that you receive. Do not internalize any form of abuse. Speak out and reach for help. Probably your locality, if you need help, reach for help. Those who don't speak up, either they end up dead or they are half dead. Okay?
And in Africa, I'm not going to say Nigeria only. In Africa, if you are going through this kind of thing, number one, make sure you save money enough for you. And, unfortunately, if you have kids, save money enough for you guys. Find a safe place. If you've talked to your pastor, parents, friends, and they still tell you to go back, please do not go back. Please find shelter for yourself, save your life, and then let your spouse find interventions. Hopefully, get intervention for him from a safe place. Now, when you see that there's changes that he has changed, then you can now say, okay, I want to go back.
Now, you have to be sure
with adults,
it's genuine
supervision,
change, okay?
And all these things before you go back to that kind of situation.
I want whoever is receiving the abuse should be sure that this is genuine change, not some kind of fake change just to get you back.
And
you need to understand that your life comes first.
Yeah.
You need your life to be in that relationship. So please, we've seen a lot of people that lose their life just because they want to stick in a healthy relationship. Please, your life is important. Marriage is not a do or die affair. Mm-hmm. You don't have to be married if it's going to take. It doesn't watch your life. No marriage watch your life. So if it's going to take your life, if any marriage is not bringing you peace, walk away. Walk away.
And for the young people, there's a reason why, like we said, why people put themselves in this situation. And number one is money. You want to sit down and you want someone to be working and bringing money to you. It doesn't work like that, okay?
And if you work like that, they will abuse you.
Exactly.
Period.
Find something you are doing. Even if it's something small. You are writing, you are drawing, you're painting. Find something you're doing that can be giving you small money on the side.
Yeah.
If you are on the other side of the world. Find something you are doing. Be confident in yourself. I don't care how you look. I don't care how tall, short you are. Be confident in yourself, because these people prey on people that are not confident in themselves. Your self-esteem, increase it. Self-confidence, let it be top-notch. You walk out, let them be looking at you like, isn't that one that doesn't do? No care face. Walk out. Put your head up high and be confident in yourself. Nobody can come and talk to you anyhow before they will now say, let me marry you, and then start maltreating you. You have to be very, very, very confident.
So, guys, I hope
you know who you are.
Enjoying this episode with us. So, this is where we're going to be drawing the curtain. Like I said, it is only a positive touch that creates positive things. If you're here to subscribe again, please do subscribe, support this channel. And Stay tuned for our next episode. You don't want to miss our next episode because it's going to be about men, their promises, and their heartbreak. All right? You don't want to miss it. All right? Ladies, you don't want to miss this because we're going to let you know some red flags that you need to look for if a guy is going to be a playboy or if they are real. Until next time, guys, stay blessed and remain in peace. Bye-bye.